Welcome to Picks on the Bluff's 2012 college coverage for Week 3. I'm your host, Richard Reed, along with my co-host,
Slammin' Sam in Orange Park.
Slammin' Sam.
Slammin' Sam.
Right.
Yes.
So you just made up a nickname on the spot.
Why not? I mean, I'm on the go like that, you know. I fly by the seat of my pants.
Seat of your pants. Oh, okay. So, let's get some, your opinions on the college season this far, since this is the first time you've been on the show, through some technical difficulties and yada 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 and that all.
College has been kind of lame here lately, but I mean, we're starting to get into some good games. I was glad to see Florida pull it out last week. I didn't pick them, but I was glad to see they pulled it out.
I wasn't glad I didn't pick them.
Yeah, I didn't pick them either. So we'll see how it goes. It's starting to get into some better football games, and teams are starting to get ranked and all that. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we got one or two this week. That's all right. I mean,
Yeah.
The college game day people are in Knoxville for the Florida-Tennessee game. So that's one of the good games this week. Florida's 18, Tennessee's number 23.
Yeah.
Then you got let's see, we'll pick Michigan State and Michigan. I mean, not Michigan State and Michigan, that's later, but Michigan State and Notre Dame, which is 20 and 10.
Yeah.
But then last week we had number 8 Arkansas lose to L.A. Monroe in overtime.
Wow.
So
that was an upset there.
and I got to watch it, so it was pretty fun to watch. But we'll get into some better games probably after this week, since people usually got 3 no-name teams to play at the beginning of the season. Then they get into their season.
Right.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the picks. Starting off, we have number 1 Alabama, who should be number 1, at the now no-ranked Arkansas.
I think it's going to be roll tide. I think they're going to roll all over Arkansas.
No-brainer, Alabama. Seeing as Arkansas is now crushed, I don't think they're going to be, let's get them in place since we just lost. They can't do it against Alabama.
No.
All right, USC, who is number 2, at number 21 Stanford. There's another good game for this week.
I think I'm going to go with the Fighting Trojans of USC.
Yeah, that's who I picked as well. Gonna have to put this game on upset alert, maybe. Stanford usually is on a 3-game win streak against the Trojans, so might have to watch out for that game.
Yeah.
Idaho at number 3 LSU.
I'm going with LSU Tigers on that.
Seeing what they did to Washington last week, I gotta go with LSU. Tennessee Tech at number 4 Oregon.
I didn't even know Tennessee had a Tech, but I'm going to go with Oregon on that.
Like I said, week 1, more cupcake games. Oregon wins it. Oregon wins this by a lot. Wake Forest at number 5 Florida State. This is Wake Forest's ACC season opener.
I'm going to go with the Seminoles on this. I think they're going to roll all over them.
Yeah, after last week, Wake Forest beat Savannah State 55-0, and they caught the game in the 3rd quarter. So,
yeah, I didn't understand that. That's the first time I've seen them call a football game.
It was weather stuff related. I think it was lightning and stuff, so they called it after the 2nd weather delay. But
well, I don't think they had any chance of coming back. But
no, the first 2 games Savannah State played, they lost in a combined 150 something to nothing. So it wasn't
right.
It wasn't in the cards for Savannah State. But I'm picking Florida State for this game. All right, Florida Atlantic at number 7 Georgia.
think I'm taking the dogs on this one.
That's who I'm picking. I think our fellow picker, Matt Miller, is either going to this game or the next game. So he'll be there to watch it live.
All right, good for him.
UAB at number 8, South Carolina.
I'm going with the Gamecocks on this. I'm going to take South Carolina.
That's who I'm picking. South Carolina is, it's UAB for Pete's sake.
Exactly.
James Madison at number 9, West Virginia.
West Virginia Mountaineers.
That's, you can't pick against them. They still got their all-star quarterback, Geno Smith, I think is his name. You're going to see a West Virginia win. All right, and one of the big games of the week, number 20, Notre Dame at number 10, Michigan State.
I'm going Michigan State on this one. Yep.
That's who I'm picking. Somebody said they were going to pick Notre Dame, but in the end didn't. So I would say that's a smart deal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then Furman at number 11, Clemson.
I believe I'm going to have to pick your Clemson Tigers this week. I think they're going to pull it out.
This is our last cupcake game of the season, unless you include Duke as a cupcake.
Right.
Which I do, but I'm picking Clemson because I'm not going to pick against Clemson.
Right.
California at number 12, Ohio State.
I'm on with Ohio State Buckeyes on this. I think they're going to be strong again. So I think it'll be a pretty much cupcake game there.
I'm picking Ohio State. May have to watch. It might be a closer game than we expect, but I think Ohio State will pull it out in the end. All right, number 13, Virginia Tech at Pittsburgh.
I think I'll go with Virginia Tech on this. That's looking good to me.
Yeah, I'm picking Virginia Tech. I have to say something. On our Picks on the Bluff Facebook page, we have why do we have a Florida theme song going?
Phone was going off.
I figured. On our Picks on the Bluff Facebook page, we have a map of like big teams over on the United States map. Virginia Tech has more space over Virginia than Virginia does. You would expect Virginia to have more space and Virginia Tech to be like a small, like Clemson on South Carolina.
Right.
But I'm picking Virginia Tech on this one. Texas at Ole Miss.
I'm looking. I think I'm gonna go with Texas on this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go against an SEC team. But I think Texas will do it.
I think the smart choice will be Texas, but we do have somebody who picked the upset.
Oh my.
North Texas at number 15, Kansas State.
Kansas State all the way.
That's pretty much smart thing to do.
Yep.
And that's who is my choice, Kansas State. Number 16, TCU, who gained 4 more spots this week at Kansas.
I'm going to go with TCU. I think they're just going to keep climbing up the ladder.
That's who I picked because, TCU's playing pretty good ball against pretty good people who, if they keep gaining spots, they'll be up there in no time.
Yep.
All right, Massachusetts at number 17, Michigan.
Let's go with Michigan on this. I think Michigan do good.
Yeah, I think Big Blue will get a win here and might climb the ladder a little more, back to where they were. Maybe not, All right, and now for the big SEC matchup of the week. Number 18, Florida at number 23, Tennessee.
I'm going to go with my Gators this week. I think they're going to turn it around a little bit and play some good ball.
This is a big game. This is where game day will be live. We'll just have to see, if you watch game day, you have to see which team Lee Corso will pick, which headgear he'll put on. But
yep.
I'm going to go with Florida. So
Good deal. Good deal.
I think, seeing as they pulled it out against Texas A&M, which I didn't. I watched. I watched that game. It looked like Texas A&M was just going to run over Florida, but they stayed in the game and pulled out a win in the end. So I think they can beat Tennessee.
Yep, for sure. I think so.
All right, North Carolina at number 19, Louisville.
I think I'm gonna go with Louisville on this. Yeah.
I'm an ACC guy. I don't like to pick against the ACC, but Louisville, I mean, they beat Kentucky, but so I think they can beat North Carolina.
Right.
All right, Houston at number 22, UCLA.
I'm gonna go with UCLA on this. I think it's gonna be. They're gonna just take over and take control.
Sounds good to me. UCLA wins this. South Carolina State at number 24, Arizona. A long road trip for them.
Let's go with Arizona on that.
I don't think it's going to be much of a game. Arizona wins this big. This is like Savannah State. Come on.
Exactly.
They're just going to play Arizona for the money.
That's all they're doing is playing for the money.
All right, number 25, BYU at Utah.
Let's go with BYU.
Not saying much. Might be a closer game than much expect, but BYU wins it. And now for quick picks, the rest of the unranked SEC ACC games. Starting off with Bethune-Cook at Miami of Florida.
Let's go with Miami on that.
Yeah, even though I picked them to upset Kansas State and then they got blew out, I'll pick them again. Connecticut at Maryland.
Let's go with the Terrapins. I'm going to go with Maryland on that.
Even though I'm having a hard time picking these quick picks, got to pick Maryland again. Virginia at Georgia Tech.
I'm going to go with the Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech.
Sounds good to me. Boston College at Northwestern.
Let's go with BC. I think they're going to be able to do it.
I like Boston College in this one, too. We have somebody that picked Northwestern, though.
I guess they don't know how to pick a football team.
You have to tell him that. South Alabama at North Carolina State.
Let's go with NC State. I don't think South Alabama is going to do anything.
This is the first time I've ever heard of South Alabama, so North Carolina State will win.
Exactly.
North Carolina Central at Duke.
Duke all the way, man. Duke Blue Devils.
As I said again, North Carolina Central. First time I've ever heard of you. Duke
Exactly.
wins.
I don't know where these teams are coming from.
All right, can LA Monroe do it again against Auburn?
No, I don't think LA can do it again. I think Auburn's going to take care of them.
You think, even though Auburn's 0-2?
I think so, yeah. I think Auburn is going to make a comeback.
That's who I picked as well. Presbyterian at Vanderbilt.
Here's another one of them schools you never hear of. Let's go with Vanderbilt on this one.
I like Vanderbilt as well. Texas A&M at South Methodist.
Yeah, see, another one. Texas A&M played well last week. Played a good game against the Gators, so I'm going to take Texas A&M.
I mean, you got to take Texas A&M in this one. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
West Kentucky at Kentucky.
The Battle of the Kentuckys, and I'm going to take Kentucky.
I mean, you never know. This game might be closer than you think, but I got to pick the regular Kentucky. But that game might be an upset alert. Just say an upset because, you don't think West Kentucky could beat Kentucky and, all that.
Right. Yep.
Arizona State at Missouri.
I'm going to have to go with Missouri on this.
Yeah, I watched the Missouri-Georgia game while I was waiting for the Richmond race to start. Then I watched the end of it as the second rain delay came. Missouri played well, then just Georgia's defense took over, and then the offense just started playing well.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think Missouri's a slouch or nothing, but I think they're still got a good team.
But they just gotta realize SEC. It might be old man football, but old man football works.
Exactly.
But I'm picking Missouri in this one. And finally, to end it all off, our 34th game, I think it was Mississippi State at Troy.
Going with the Mississippi State Bulldogs on this one.
A good pick to me. That's who I picked. So we'll see you again at this time next week if we don't have another game that is like a Thursday or a Wednesday night game.
All right. Well, this is Slam and Sam, and I'll see you next week.
Slam, whatever. And this is. I'm just gonna call myself Reed. I'm out.
Bye.